Whoa.
For a minute.
Yeah. Barack Obama looking at me.
Yes, sir.
What's up? What's up? I'm hiring hands, inspiring fans. I'm giving out jobs.
Annoying right there.
I'm sketching up plans.
All right, welcome. This is the first episode of the Regular Guy Show. This is a show where I'm going to talk about sports and stats and things like that. But I'm just a regular guy, so it's just kind of like, me doing a video about your own punk ass opinion. I look at TV shows where, you got motherfuckers like Stephen A. Smith getting paid $20 million to give their opinion. And a lot of it's packed with bullshit. So if they could give their shit-ass cooler opinion for $20 million, I guess I can waste some time of my life when I'm not doing nothing but sipping some yak and drinking the High Life to give my opinion. All right? You see the hat? You already know I'm a Raiders fan. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Raiders today. Also, we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys since I'm from Texas. I might as well talk about they punk ass, but, that it's not about hate on this show. I'm going to give an unbiased opinion. I'm going to not hate on one team or another, even though I don't like the Cowboys, but I'm going to give my opinion. And then I'm going to look at possible deals the Cowboys can do, and then I'm going to give my opinion on the score of the Bucks versus Raiders and what the keys to victories are. All right, first I want to start with the Cowboys. Three great receivers, man. I don't know what's going wrong. I can tell you one thing, it's not Dak. I get tired of people saying, they offered you this and you should have took it and you should have did this and you should have did that. They should have paid him. Because if you put his stats next to Tony Romo, I don't want to hear about playoff victories and playoff appearances and no shit like that. I don't want to hear that. I'm just saying, based on stats and all that next to Tony Romo, he's just as good or better. And Tony Romo didn't even have to move his bottom lip to get paid. So I don't want to hear it. So when you have a quarterback or a franchise for the quarterback or something even close to it, you don't play around with that. You pay that. So poo-poo to you Cowboy fans and Jerry Jones for not paying your quarterback. Hopefully he comes back next year, because if I were Dak Prescott, I'd be gone. I'd pack everything up and I'd be like, hey, sorry, yo, it's nice knowing y'all. Let me spit my gum out real quick. It was nice knowing y'all. I'm gone. It's good to go. But, like I said, who am I? I'm just a regular guy. You had the chance to draft a defensive guy, a guy that would have really, and for me, if you're going to let Malik Collins, and mind you, Malik Collins ain't doing shit for the Vegas Raiders. If you're going to let Malik Collins go, you got to have a backup plan, and maybe they let Malik Collins walk, knowing ahead of time that they were going to get Mike Nolan and they were going to transition into the 34 defense. And maybe Malik Collins doesn't have the length, to be a 5 technique 3-4 defensive tackle, whatever you want to call it. So he didn't fit in your future plans. But there were players in the draft that fit the mold. Instead, you took a wide receiver, banking that you guys could take the Kansas City approach that we're just going to score more points than you. And you guys felt like Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith in the middle of that defense were going to be enough. Well, Leighton Vander Esch gets hurt. Jalen Smith is getting exposed. Everson Griffin looks out of place, rushing the passer, standing up as a linebacker. First of all, he's 34 years old. I don't know what y'all got him doing standing up. The only thing it looks like he's about to do right now is tear a damn ACL. That's it. I mean, and then on the other side, you got Alden Smith, who I think if he keeps playing like he's playing, he's going to be comeback of the year, player of the year. But he's 30 years old. So you now that you're transitioning into this 34 defense, and shouts out to Joe Thomas, who I don't think I think that's his name, the Mike who's filling in from Van Der Esch. I think the kid flies around. I think he goes unlooked at. I think a lot of Cowboys fans are like, oh, well, we give up so many yards. And, well, when you're running a 34 defense, if your nose tackle ain't shit, if he can't command two double team blocks, which y'all nose tackle can't, you're not. Those three down linemen start and finish everything about the 34 defense. That's your pass rush. They have to occupy space and occupy blocks. If they can't do that, which they can't, your Mike linebackers are going to be useless. And Jalen, for me, that's a little excuse for him. But I think the biggest thing is, Jalen, you're what, 6'4", 240, 250? Like, bro, you have some size to you. You need to move. You need to shed blocks and you need to move downhill. He's taking too many false steps. He's not trusting what he's seeing. This is not the Jalen Smith that I saw last year, who was flying around with reckless abandonment, like, who was out there thumping people, who was out there hitting and got himself paid. This ain't the same guy. But with all that said, what can the Cowboys do to fix this defense? Number one, you got to fix the secondary on the back end. If y'all are going to say, we like what we have front seven, that's fine. But I honestly think there's two trades and a free agency signing that the Cowboys can make to shore up this defense. Number one, trade for J.J. Watt. You guys need somebody who's going to be an effective 5 technique to really help eat up some blocks and to really help. I think trading for J.J. Watt will really help Alden Smith's sack production. It'll help your run defense. And does he have a lot left in the tank? No. But if he is on the block, like it's been rumored, he's, 32 at this point, 31, 32. I don't think, the Houston Texans are going to get the first round draft pick that they're looking for. So, I would shoot your shot, Dallas, to get a better 5 technique. Then I would trade for Harrison Smith because, let's be honest, Viking fans, if you're out there and you're going to watch this, look, man, I'm not going to beat down on you because you're already down in the dumps. Look, y'all about to have a fire sale. Y'all ever play Warzone? When some shit is free and some shit is cheap as hell? Well, Mike Zimmerman is about to go full Bill O'Brien, and shouts out to my boy Kramer. I stole that from you, bro. I'm going to give you your credit. He's about to go full Bill O'Brien and sell everything. He already gave Yannick Ngakoue to the Baltimore Ravens. I can see, Harrison Smith getting traded. I can see Kyle Rudolph getting traded. Kirk Cousins, they ain't trading him because, y'all guaranteed all his money. So if y'all trade him, y'all take a massive cap hit. I mean, poo y'all for being dummies. And I think Harrison Smith still has something left in the tank. I just think with a fresh start and a new team, I think he would be able to shine. And third and final move that you guys can make is I think you guys should go ahead and get Earl Thomas. Get Earl Thomas. Trade for Harrison Smith, and trade for J.J. Watt. Now you have J.J. Watt in the front 7, which will help and will really bolster once, Leighton gets his legs back underneath him. You have Harrison Smith in the secondary, and you'll have Earl Thomas as a free agent. I think that'll really fix things. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. All right, moving on to the Raiders now. Look, I personally think that the Raiders are going to have to get a better pass rush. Period. I love the signing of David Irving. A lot of our fans and a lot of people that I see are saying that they like Klee at defensive end. Look, I think Cleveland Farrell's a better defensive tackle. His interior pass rush is really picking up. So I think let's scrap this, because the best defensive end that we got right now is Max Crosby, and that's there's no discussion about that. And we have to get some pass rush. This is a big week for us against Tampa Bay. This game is not only going to show if the Raiders are ready to play with the big boys because imagine getting a win against Kansas City, coming back from the bye, having all that bullshit happen with Trent Brown. Fuck him, by the way. And then winning. And then you can shove this W down motherfuckers' throats like Mike Fleury of CBS Sports, who's an utter piece of shit, but I'm not going to get into him. He's a fuckboy. We're not going to talk about fuckboys on this show. Interior pass rush, somebody to help Max Crosby on the outside. I hope that's David Irving, because he can play interior and out. So, having that versatility will really help. So, the biggest thing the Raiders need to work on is pass rush. And I don't want to hear, you shouldn't trade Khalil Mack. I don't want to hear no shit about Khalil Mack, because without the Khalil Mack trade, this guy wouldn't be here. And if you don't know who that is, poo-poo to you. Finally, guys, this is my first little test episode, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Finally, I'm going to go with predicting the score. I'm not going to go too much into things in this episode. Once I post this and see what the responses is, and if things go well, we'll talk more, guys. Finally, I'm going to predict the game. I think the Raiders win 45-42. It's a shootout. I think it's a shootout. A lot of y'all, and here's the thing. A lot of y'all do this every damn week. Talk about the Raiders are going to get their ass whooped, blah, blah, blah. If 4 out of 5 linemen get to play, Henry Ruggs, Josh Jacobs coming off a bye, fresher legs, Derek Carr playing out of his mind, defense just needs to make a couple plays, and I think we'll pull out the W. All right, guys, man, that's pretty much it for me, man. I had a great time. It was short and sweet. I talked about the Dallas Cowboys a little bit, what some of the moves I think they can make, and yeah, that's it, guys. I talked about my Raiders, and I talked about the Cowboys, which, kind of hurts to do sometimes, but, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope to keep posting more, and I hope y'all enjoyed my opinion, and if you didn't, fuck it, man. I'm just a regular guy.